be a little bit early, but I wanted to go live. I have 28 more days before I can go live on Facebook. Today is day 176 since Richard vanished from Fort Bliss. And like I said, I've been banned for going live on Facebook. So tomorrow will be 27 days more before I can go live. Yes, Facebook is hindering the search for a stellar soldier, a missing volunteer soldier in the United States Army serving the United States of America. That's Facebook. Okay? I want to get off so bad. Maybe they'll kick me off. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm just being really perturbed about Facebook, but I'm more perturbed about this PFC Alvarado. Yeah. Why am I perturbed about this young man? Because I'm all about innocent until proven guilty. Okay? Did he get an Article 15 for shooting off that AR-15 in the middle of the city? I really want to know. Because he's still a PFC. He's still a PFC. When I saw that he's still a PFC, the accusations against him is 3 rapes or 3 sexual assaults. 3 sexual assaults. That's the accusation against him. He's innocent until proven guilty. Because I know how everything can be twisted. And I was very glad to see, because they didn't do that for Richard, that at the end of one of the articles, it said, now these are accusations, and in America, you are innocent until proven guilty. So I was very glad to see that. But the other thing that makes me very perturbed about this whole situation, because the shooting happened in March, but the accusations say that the 19-year-old young lady was unconscious when the sexual assault happened. So what do they mean by that? Was she given a date drug? One of those that puts you unconscious? Isn't that illegal? Was she given alcohol and was drunk? Is that what happened? Or did she fall asleep and didn't know what was happening? All I know is if she was underage and if she was given a date drug, I'm going to be watching this very carefully. Because what in the world is going on in our barracks? I know what's going on. I know what's going on because I've been there in El Paso rallying for months, 4 to 6 times a week. And I want to know if he got an Article 15 and what type of Article 15 was it? And what kind of punishment did he get and who doled out his punishment? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I was more than prepared, Rob and I, more than prepared to hear something about Richard. But right now, he looks really good. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting to hear why the command decided to destroy everything a 20-year-old with the best intentions had worked for in the Army and not restore him to his duty for a 0.04 BAC and taking a drive. The morning after, they got back 0 day, and it was disobedience from a battery commander's order, which sounds like, oh yeah, well, that's terrible. But the way it was done, the way it was given, how it was given, the relay it was given, it was discriminatory, it was unthoughtful, it was illegal, it was unlawful, it was unjust. And then to give him a field grade Article 15 for that and demote him 3 ranks for that and 45 days of extra duty or in the desert, 90 degrees, and 45 days of restriction and 2 months of 50% of your pay taken away. That's destruction. It's not enough for them. Then they have to send their family members after the family that's searching and berate them even further for wanting to help their son, for wanting to look for their son. And these family members have connections with the very people that are searching for Richard and have inside knowledge, and yet they berate. And I have to put up with that. And the Army, this is why I'm very, very, really upset right now. Because when I look and read through these Article 15s that are field grade Article 15s, the Army owes Richard now restitution. How much do you want from Richard? You got it all. You got it all. And how much do these family members that are so-called belonging to leaders, they're more like henchmen, they're more like, what do you call those men that pull the string at the gallows or something, or chop the people's heads off? They're more like them. They're not leaders. And then they get on their Facebook and post how great of leaders they are. And they're not good leaders. They just destroyed a 20-year-old volunteer soldier that came in with the best intentions. Number 1, basic training. Number 1, AIT. 30 plus PT score. He was a dream soldier. And a good leader would have taken him and molded him. He was the unit guide on. What did they do to him, y'all? What did they do to him? And then to give him a field grade Article 15 for a 0.04. And then you have people coming on and saying, oh, you say that's like a Red Bull. That's not true. Blah, 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 blah. Hello? 0.04 BAC on the counseling slip that was used for the Article 15, that was on the Article 15. Underage drinking, 0.04. Allowable amount, 0.00. And they go on. And then if I say that's not punitive. Oh, yes, it is, ma'am. We take it very seriously, underage drinking. Baloney. You just had someone that might have been raped that was underage. What in the world? You guys are all talk. And all you want to do is protect the Army. But that is not your duty. Your duty is to protect the people of these United States by protecting the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. That is your duty, not to protect the institution of the Army. And that we have to work so hard to get simple answers because that unit knows. And I wish we had leaders that would get that unit all together, because who knows where they're all at now. I know of some that are in Korea. Get them all together. And they're not leaving until they're talking. They're under house arrest practically anyway. Get them all together and you're not leaving until you're talking. What happened to this soldier? I mean, don't these leaders know how to be leaders? Don't they know their duty? They don't seem to know their duty to me. We have a young soldier that's accused of shooting off an AR-15 in the middle of the city. And then he still has his rank. And then he's not accused of the shooting off the weapon. He shot the weapon off, and he paid $1,000 of what is it, that bond surety or whatever. But he's accused of raping not one, not two, but three. In the barracks? Are they all three in the barracks? What in the world? And then to be unconscious? Wow. Wow. To make them unconscious? To wait for them to be unconscious? I hope this is not true. I hope this is not true. How can people not be outraged at this? Are they so hard-hearted that they can't feel? That they can't feel how this hurts our country, how this hurts our volunteer soldiers. And if our volunteer soldiers, if this gets out and gets out and gets out, who's going to want to volunteer? And then we're going to have conscription. Oh my gosh. This is horrible, horrible, horrible information coming out today. And people are not outraged by it. I hope. And then they pick and choose who they destroy. Let's destroy the stellar soldier. And we'll just, look, he can keep going doing what he's doing. Really? If that's the case, y'all, if that's the case, I'm going to look at the general in his face and plead with him. Please, General, do not tell me this is the case, that I have to work with Team Findrichardhalliday so hard every day, hour after hour, and put my neck out there to try somehow to get Richard's name back, to get that unjust, unlawful, unthoughtful, discriminatory Article 15 that was so overreach. It was a fill-grade Article 15. It was so bad. Rescinded. Why should I work hard for that? Doesn't the Army know how bad they look? When I put that information out there, it makes them look so bad. They owe Richard restitution. They need to rescind that Article 15 without me working hard to get these names for the petition. Without Team Findrichardhalliday working so hard to get signatures for this petition to rescind this unjust, sickening, unlawful, discriminatory, just destroying kind of Article 15. It was such a weapon against our volunteer soldier. And I have to work hard to get them to do their duty. And it makes them look so bad. It makes them look so weak. They look so weak. Oh, well, we're the Army. No. Who's going to want to say thank you for your service? Who's going to want to say that? I don't want to say it. I do not want to say it. And my husband served 30 years. My dad served 23 years. We're pro-Army, and I don't want to say it. I'm like, Do your damn duty. I'm so outraged by reading about this soldier. It's, I don't even know if it's outraged. It's so sad. I'm mourning. I'm mourning for our army. How can they protect us? They don't protect us anymore, y'all. They don't protect us. They are not doing their duty. They're a cabal. They've turned into a cabal, $1 trillion cabal. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But you know, St. Augustine, he said, a land without justice is just a land, a band of robbers, of a criminal syndicate. And that's what we're becoming. We have no justice, no true justice. You know, justice only comes from God, only from the institutes of biblical law. Only from the mouth of God can we have justice. And he put it forth in a medium-sized book that everybody that knows how to read can understand. You don't even have to have the highest IQ. You can understand that medium-sized book. His law is light. His burden is light. His law is just and righteous. And yet we make building after building after building after building to fill it with laws and regulations, and so that everybody can be a criminal or anyone can get scot-off free because it's so complicated. You didn't fulfill something and you get free. You can be the devil himself and our laws will free you, or they will make you into the worst type of criminal. It's just the way you twist it, you know? I mean, just think of that SJA coming to me with a whole folder so that I could study how Richard's 0.04 BAC was punitive. Really? Are you that much of an ignoramus? An ignoramus? And I was very polite, y'all. I looked at him. I don't know what kind of eyes I had, but I mean, inside of me, I was like, wow. I think I'd rather get my information from someone else. You are the law of Hammurabi. You're an ignoramus. And he's not going to be happy with me right now. He's not, but I hope he is. I hope he is. I hope he reflects on what I am saying, because there is no logic anymore. People do not have the tools of learning. They don't have the grammar. They don't have the logic. They don't have the rhetoric. They don't have the debate skills. They do not have these skills. And so they do not know how to learn, research for themselves, and think, and then be able to form an argument that makes sense and is just and is righteous. And then we have injustice everywhere, and chaos everywhere, and hate everywhere, and people wonder why. And they come up with the most ridiculous solutions. The most ridiculous solutions that put us farther down into the darkness, the darkest night, where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Weeping and gnashing of teeth, and rapes, and people put unconscious so that people can rape them and rob them. I just cannot believe people can sleep that have knowledge to cure this. because you're out there and you know it. You know what happened to Richard. You know what happened to him. And you know what happened to this young lady. And you know about this young shooter in the night. Or, yeah, it was the night. You know about it. Come out and speak. You know about it. And doesn't the army know by coming out, by repenting? You know, confession is a cure of souls. When you confess, when you repent, when you pay restitution, then you can be restored. And then you can have your honor back. But right now, you are looking more and more like a fool, like a cabal, like a criminal syndicate, it's so bad. It's so bad. All respect is lost. All trust is lost. Yeah. They need to rescind Richard's Article 15 and restore him. And they need to search all those training grounds with the Bureau of Land Management, with whoever can help them, with Texas EquiSearch, with the police department, with Texas Rangers. They need to do these things. And before they do that, they need to get to that unit and say, where is Richard? What happened to Richard? Because you'll know. Because there's a lot of loose lips. Because I have family members that know what's happening inside the inner circle of the searches so that she can berate me. I know the connections. And I know that there are soldiers with DWIs. I have a name. Didn't get in trouble. No Article 15 for that. Because the Army takes drinking underage very seriously. That is such a load of baloney. Do you know how many people have texted me, have let me know, talk to me, and say that these underage soldiers, when they come to the Army, they're forced to even take a drink? I was even told about this ceremony where they have to take a drink to be in the inner, in the in crowd. Do you think I'm naive? I am naive. But not in that area. I'm getting a big education out of this. A big education. Yep. And I hope that the public is on my side. And I hope they share this. And I hope they work much harder than the military is not working hard to rescind Richard's Article 15. They're so afraid of how they're going to look. They don't want restoration. They like things the way it is. Why do they like things the way it is? Why? They don't want to admit guilt. And they are guilty in this. They rather let the family of a missing soldier, a missing stellar soldier that came into the Army with the best intentions, suffer and be tortured by these stories, by these thoughts, by this work. They've taken our life away from us. You know that, right? The Army has taken the life away from the Halliday family. They took it away from Richard, and that was not enough. They have to take the life away from the Halliday family because they failed to do their duty. And the FBI fails to do their duty. And the Department of Justice fails to do their duty. and the Armed Service Committee fails to do their duty. Yeah. They say they're all about life and health. Do you believe that? Do you believe that there is any benevolence in our government? That they care about your health and the spread of any kind of sickness? They don't care. They do not care. I'm sorry. I am not falling for it. It has reached the most absurd levels that we have people starving now. And people are going to get so sick. So sick. Because of the weeping and the wailing. You know that, right? When you're angry. Today, Rob was listening to a medical podcast, and it said, it is better for you to eat a hamburger and fries and a shake in joy and happiness with laughter than it is to eat an organic salad in anger and fear and anxiety. And I said, well, that sounds like Florence Nightingale. The battle, see, God is so good. Listen to this, y'all. God is so good. In the history of time, people don't just readily have an organic salad. They had to eat what was there. But what gave them good health is the joy of their salvation. That's good health. When you feel joy and peace and laughter, your immune system goes up, your skin gets better. But when there's weeping and wailing and stress and anxiety, the life gets sucked out of you. The fear sucks life out of you. And our leaders, all they want you to do. I go into a shop now. That can't even be joyous. Because the next person to me is so afraid of me. Oh, you can't say, hi, how are you doing? Oh, have you tried this product? Oh, does this look nice on me? Oh, no. They take away the joy, and that is the health of the nation. The hugs, the love, the laughter, the jokes, the eye contact. No, they want to put in fear and hatred and judgment and, I get so sick of these people that don't judge, for you shall be judged. I'm like, are you kidding me? Y'all are the most judgmental people ever. Your mom doesn't have her mask on properly or something like that. Are you kidding me? Judgmental. They just look at you. It's all about virtue signaling everywhere. And so here I am. I'm perturbed. I'm shooting back. They've succeeded. They've succeeded. The army has succeeded in just giving me such a nice life because they just love our lives so much. They have to make our soldiers go like this in 90 degrees plus heat in the middle of the desert. Well, they all need to read. They all need to read, or they need to watch Lawrence of Arabia. The desert is clean. Yeah. So I came on here. This is how I vent. This is how I'm going to start laughing because I'm just thinking about this video now that I'm making, this live stream. And I'm like, wow, Pat. These people. They sure don't want to bring the best out in people. I'm going to have to stay strong. I'm going to have to stay strong. I'm going to have to keep my laughter. I'm going to have to get out on that street again with my bullhorn, which makes me so happy, and scream out on that bullhorn, Findrichardhalliday. Because one day, they're going to come to their senses. And they're going to realize how precious life is. Way more than an institution. And they're going to finally want to do their duty. And they're going to tell us what happened to Richard. One day, they're going to do it. And they're going to rescind that article, that ridiculous destruction, just weaponized, that weaponized Article 15. That's what it is. Yes, and the truth will always come out. No, I'm not going to let them get me. That's why I came on this. That's why these live streams are so important, because I see people following. I have more people following now than when I started this McGuffey's live stream. So I'm happy. But I hope I'm wrong about this. This Alvarado. Alvarado? I hope I'm saying his name right. Please don't tell me. This is what I'm going to say to the general. Please don't tell me that he did all those things and he's still a PFC. And yet Richard, you cannot even imagine how much I want to hold Richard right now. Can't even imagine it. I do. Yep. Thank you. So, because I want to say Richard, and I want you to have joy, Richard, and so please God, let him be alive. And please, Major General Bernabe, if you're watching, rescind this weaponized Article 15 and get that unit. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do your duty. Offer them $50,000. Offer them immunity. Do your duty. They know. Because there is too much crime going on. They know. And you know there was so much crime going on. They know. Do your duty. And if you are Team Findrichardhalliday, please work hard to get some signatures on that petition. Because this military's heart, we're going to have to work on it really, really hard to get some life back into it. It is just, what do you call it, when the heart is just not beating? We need to get some life into that heart. And so with every signature, it's a pump, pump. Come on, come back to life and do your duty and save this country. Protect the Constitution. God bless y'all. I'm going to have a good night, and I'll be smiling and laughing tomorrow for my own heart's sake. Good night, y'all. And to the team Findrichardhalliday, you know how much I love you. Bye-bye.